Hello. Welcome to the live. Oh my god, I just watched the episode. Okay, let me just check that our live is working. Let me know if you can hear me. Just doing a test to see if you guys can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Hello, everyone. So, this episode was so good. I'm obsessed with this show. This episode was so good. I have so much to say about this episode also. So, today we're going to talk about 4 Minutes episode 7. I cannot believe that next week is the finale. Like, how? I don't even understand. I don't understand how this is gonna freaking end. Like, this episode also was really short. I feel like we have so much to touch on, and I also feel like even though the finale is next week, I feel like they could even add more, because I feel like they could push this further and further. But I really have no idea how this is gonna end, because this episode, oh my god. Okay, let's recap this episode together. Also, if you guys can hear me, just comment, because when nobody comments, I never know if everything's okay with the live. But yes, okay, this episode, we are still on our original timeline. This is the timeline where Great did not go back 4 minutes and did not change anything. So we're continuing with the timeline, but we start off with Tonkla's point of view. And it's so crazy because last week on the live, I was talking about how I really want to get Tonkla's perspective, because we didn't see him that much in the last episode. And today, he was in the episode more, so I was so excited to get to know Tonkla's perspective and how, like, what's going on in his mind for him to act this way. But it's so crazy because in this episode, Tonkla seemed, I don't know, there's something with him. Like, oh my god, guys, you guys are commenting, but I can't see the comments. Oh my god, wait. Let me quickly. Oh, I can't see your comments. Oh, okay. Let me. I'm struggling to see your comments, guys, but I know you're commenting. Can you guys see me? Can you just comment quickly? Because I'm not sure if I can see. Is the live showing on your guys' like timeline? Hi, we can hear you. Okay. Okay, let me know if there's any trouble, because I'm using StreamYard. Yes? Okay. Okay, so I'll just stay on YouTube because I cannot see you on StreamYard. I can't see the comments on StreamYard. View on YouTube. Okay, I can see your comments now. Okay, so, oh my god, this episode was so good. As I was saying, so we saw Tonkla's perspective today, which I really, really, really loved. I'm obsessed with Tonkla, guys. I know that Great and Time, Bible and Jes are main character, but why am I obsessed with Tonkla? Like, I think Tonkla is my favorite character. I don't know, there's something about him. He's like, I just love him so much. He's such a complex character. Like, I was wondering, I want your opinion, guys, but watching this episode in particular, so we found out that Tonkla actually unalived his dad. And why am I not surprised? Because I feel like Tonkla might be a more important character than it's led on. I'm wondering if Tonkla has schizophrenia or like a split personality, like a bipolar personality. you know, at one point there was this shot of him and then him in the mirror, and there was like two of him, and I was wondering if this is foreshadowing him having bipolar disorder. So you guys let me know your thoughts, because I like to dissect the scene, and I thought like maybe this was a hint. But so yeah, his story is really interesting. But what I was wondering is maybe he's got schizophrenia because he's seeing things that are not there. Like he's seeing the cat that his dad killed. So the cat was kind of important because every time he saw the cat, that's when his personality changed. Like we saw him being like very sad on his phone, and then he sees the cat and boom, he starts like this kind of serial killer smile. And I was like, wait a minute, makes me think that maybe he killed the cat. You know, to be honest, I'm not mad that he killed the dad, because I feel like that was his last resource. You could see that like literally Dome said, we went to the police, we filed a report, and the police is not doing anything. So I feel like this episode gave us like two really good new plot development, which is that the police is incompetent. Like literally our police officer, what even is he doing here? Literally this entire episode was just me screaming at our police officer for being so incompetent. And then we also found out that Tonkla basically pushed his dad down the stairs. And this was the beginning of multiple murders to come. But it makes more sense that maybe you think that maybe Tonkla actually killed the cat. Well, no, because we saw the dad kill the cat. So, but what I'm thinking is that Tonkla, there's something about him, and I don't know, I really wonder if maybe everything is going on in his head or something. I'm like, literally after watching this episode, I'm wondering if Great is actually main character, because Tonkla to me seems like he's really like in the middle of this entire storyline. So yeah, so after we saw Tonkla also doing his own research, because our police officer in this episode, let me talk about him. First of all, I was so frustrated because everything he's doing seems so unprofessional. I mean, that boy has not been professional at all since episode 1, because he literally slept with a murder suspect. So that's very unprofessional. But also, I don't know, everything the police officer is doing makes me feel like he's not thinking. Because, okay, he went and saw one of his colleagues, and he said, hey, what happened? What was the fingerprints? Let me know about the fingerprints. So his colleague tells him the fingerprints are Title's fingerprints. We find out that Title is the son of the chief of police. So it's an inside job. Everything, like, it's all connected. The government, the politicians, the police. But you know what? Every time I watch a K-drama about crime, it's always like this. Like, the police is always corrupt. The police is always involved. So I knew it straight away. I was like, there's no way the police, they're not doing their job. It must be that literally they're in on it. Because in the last episode, they removed our police officer from the case because he was getting too close to the truth. But our police officer, instead of doing his research in silence, instead of going like undercover, no, he's literally going around to find this guy, this guard that has CCTV. He asks to see the CCTV, finds out that the clip has been edited, manages to get the original clip, and then just leaves. Like, it was so obvious that the guard was going to snitch on him. The guard was probably paid to get information. So it was so frustrating. Also, him getting the freaking evidence and not making copies, that freaking, I was so furious. Like, Tonkla, Korn, and Win could be a whole next series. I'm very scared that they're gonna tell us that we're gonna need to do season 2 because I really don't. I hate when there's season 2 because that means they don't resolve season 1, and then I'm always scared that season 2 is gonna get cancelled. It's always like this. It's gonna get cancelled. So I really hope that we don't end up on a cliffhanger because I'm gonna be so annoyed if we end up on a cliffhanger. But other than that, this episode was just so good. Oh my god. There was so much that made me so furious. But this is why I love this show so much, because it's making me like so passionate about all our characters. I feel like Korn has become so irrelevant. Like, what even is he doing still here? That was so satisfying though when Tonkla was looking at Title, then found a photo of Title with Great, clicked on Great, went on Great's Instagram profile, and saw that Great is Korn's brother. That was so satisfying because now we know that Tonkla is going to finally be able to move on from Korn when he finds out that his brother is the one that killed his own brother. So I was really happy about that. But yeah, I think the whole episode was really centered around Tonkla, and I really loved it. So what else happened? Oh my god, so much happened. Oh yeah, our police officer with the evidence going on in his car, boom, gets shot at. I mean, I saw that coming from a mile away. The first thing I would have done, first of all, is be in hiding. Or you're getting too close to the truth. You have evidence of murder cover-up from literally chief of police, and you don't even hide yourself. And also, you don't even make copies of the evidence. Like, what is this? Why did he? The first thing he should have done is make copies. Luckily, the people that found the original clip. Okay, wait. Can we talk about how Title is such a bad murderer? Boy really left evidence left and right. He left the stone, he left the body, and he left the CCTV. Like, this boy really. I feel like I could do a better job than him. Like, I swear, this boy Title really deserved what was coming for him because he was so bad. He really left so much evidence everywhere. And the fact that his dash cam actually recorded them making the murder, and he didn't even, he took the little SIM card and he didn't even like tear it. He just threw it in the ground for some, on the scene of the crime. Like, Title, you're so bad. Like, you're so terrible at murdering people. Why are you even murdering people? Because if you're gonna go and murder people, be good at it. At least be good at hiding the evidence. Because this is just watching a bunch of people being so incompetent was so frustrating for me. Title dad is a cop, that's why. But it makes sense now that we found out that he's the chief of police. Because if you think about it, Title's dad is the chief of police, so he's got the whole city at his fingertips. And then Great is the son of a freaking politician and millionaire. So the two of them, they're really indestructible. And that's why they go on and murder people, because they have so much power. They know their dads are going to cover up anything anyway. So it was really like annoying because, to be honest, this entire episode was me rooting for Tonkla to murder everyone because everyone is just doing such a bad job at what they're supposed to do. So I was like, Tonkla, go ahead, kill everyone. I'm good with it. Title doesn't care about the technicalities of the murder because his father is a police chief. He knows even if he's not a great murderer, he will get away. Yes, but I mean, if you were smart, wouldn't you want to make your dad's job easier? Because what if something happened to the dad? Like, he really has faith in his dad because, I don't know, I feel like even if you know your dad is going to cover it up, just rip the SIM card. That takes you 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Turn off the dash cam. That takes you 2 seconds. Like, he's really just not making any efforts, which makes me kind of annoyed at how bad he is at murdering people. But yeah, other than that, our police officer gets shot. Luckily, they don't even kill him. They just get the evidence, which I think is so stupid because those people that were on the motorcycle trying to get the evidence, why didn't they kill the police officer? The police officer is a key witness now. He's a witness. He saw the evidence. He can testify. So why did they not kill him? You see, they're not even tying their loose ends. Like, there's loose ends everywhere. Everywhere. Even the guys on the motorcycle, they are so incompetent. I could have done a better job at all of their jobs, literally. Also, the guys in the motorcycle, didn't they think, what if he made copies? They literally don't kill him, take the footage, and don't think, oh, what if he made copies? Damn. This, guys, when you watch my reaction, you're gonna see me infuriated, like just me screaming at the screen, telling how everyone is so incompetent. But this episode was so entertaining. I was having so much fun. Okay, so then we got the scene in the hospital. Tonkla goes to visit our police officer in the hospital. I really thought that the police officer would get treated by time, but he didn't. But yeah, they had like a real heart to heart. And I guess this is how we found out that Tonkla is actually gonna know who killed his brother. First of all, as a police officer, I know he's of the case, but why, as a police officer, you go around and tell people who the murderer is? Like, really, you're gonna tell this guy that you met last week, hey, I know who killed your brother, and then you say, let's take it to social media? Like, what is your plan? What was so frustrating is that the police officer did not have a plan. I think if you're about to take down the chief of police, the whole police station, you gotta have a plan. Like, you cannot proceed without a plan. Boy was just going along and just, the cop, Win, did not have time to make a copy. Yeah, well, shouldn't he have like visited, like before going back to his car, he should have gone to like a shop to make a copy. How many people do you have to kill to get a serial killer status? Probably 2. I mean, Tonkla is technically a serial killer because he killed his dad. Great. And title, that's free. That's serial killer right there. But though Tonkla is more of a Dexter serial killer because he only kills bad guy. He killed his dad, which was a bad guy, and he killed Title, which, to be honest, deserved to die, and Great, who was accessory to murder. So really, Tonkla doing God's work, like Dexter, getting rid of people that are bad. This is just getting so out of control. It's kind of insane. But damn, Tonkla, this episode, like cooking the tomatoes, the cat, him in the mirror. There's like all these clips. They were just so. It made me so excited to follow Tonkla even more, and I really wonder what's gonna happen for Tonkla because my guess is there is no way Tonkla can live a normal life after this. So there's only 2 options. Either he dies or he ends up in jail. But I don't want him to go to jail. So I do think Tonkla is going to die. So I'm trying to not get too attached. Detective Win should have at least taken a screenshot. See? Even you're smarter than him. Because really, he did not think things through. Also, guys, I was so frustrated. Okay, let's forward a little bit. But Time gets shot, right? I mean, before he gets shot, he calls his grandma. He's on FaceTime, right? Hi, hello, Mooney. He's on FaceTime. Witnesses his grandma getting killed on FaceTime. And then the killer says, hello, I just killed your grandma. That is literally evidence. He should have screen recorded. Boom, evidence. The killer literally confessed straight to your face that he killed people, and he even showed it on camera. All Time had to do was screen record his screen. And that's it. Literally, that is it. And I was just like, boy, as soon as you called your grandma, you should have screen recorded. Like, you need to think ahead. You need to be one step ahead. And this is why I think I could do a better job, because I'm always thinking ahead. As soon as Time went into the house and the house was all like furniture on the floor and he called his grandma, I was like, screen record right now. That was my first thought. Obviously, he didn't listen to me. And grandma died on screen, and the killer is on screen, literally admitting to his crimes. Damn him. Also, it was very frustrating. Anyways, what happened? Other than that, oh yeah, we got our kind of flashbacks from childhood, and I really enjoyed the flashback. It was really cute. So we found out that Time and Great actually met when they were kids. I feel like it doesn't really add anything to the plot that they met when they were kids, but I was wondering if actually it would be more relevant, because I was wondering if something happened when they were kids that made them connected somehow, but not really. But it was really nice to have a flashback, because I feel like the whole episode now is getting so chaotic with like murder and psychopaths and left and right. So it was nice to have like a little flashback of just fluff and cute moments. I didn't like the fact that Time knew Great as a child, that it was too cliche. Literally, it's in every BL. It's in every single BL. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, of course they knew each other as children. That's when they fell in love, when they were 10 years old. Like, it's so cliche, but like, what can we do? BLs, they put that in every show. It's kind of annoying. Also, it doesn't add anything to the plot. Meeting as children didn't really add anything to the plot, but what I was thinking, I thought it would be more relevant, because wait, it could have been really relevant if Great, when he was a child, had witnessed Time's parents getting killed. Because we know that his parents got killed when he was like 9 years old, so at the same age that they met. And then I was thinking, what if he actually witnessed it, but because something in his brain, he doesn't remember, but maybe this is why he has to go back to the past to remember, to unlock his brain, unlock his memories, because maybe he's witnessed the murder of Time's parents, and maybe the key is him remembering. And I was like, oh, that could be so cool, but no, it's not that at all. Was Little Great the same actor who played in Century of Love? Yes, it was. I recognize him straight away. Like, he's such a great actor also. Overall, what are you thinking about the series so far? I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good. And I also really love to like nitpick it. I don't know, I feel like when a show gets you so emotional and so involved and so passionate, that means it's doing its job. Because it's just so fun. Like, you're rooting for some characters, and then the antagonists are also, you're rooting for them, and everything is just like, what I really love is when I watch a show and I don't know how it's gonna end. That's the best, because I feel like watching BLs right now, it's like everything is predictable. It's the same tropes. it follows the same story. At episode, it's 12 episode. At episode 11, it's like the cursed episode where they break up. Like it's always the same. And here it's finally different. Like we get things out of order, we get things in different directions, and it doesn't follow the typical plot lines of, oh, they meet, fall in love, then break up, then they get back together. Like they don't follow that, which I love. It's just so refreshing. And I don't know, I think it's so good because it makes me actually think and use my brain and try to come up with theories, and just it makes me like so passionate. That kid is going places. Yeah. Yes. He's probably going to be in all the BLs from now on. Plot twist. Now it's Time's turn to try. Well, I was thinking that. Okay. So how it ended this episode was very interesting because I have a few thoughts about how they ended. He grabs Great and flies to Hawaii. Okay. So what we found out is they die at the same exact time. Is that relevant or is that not? I'm not sure. But just before Time died, he met the other doctor, and the other doctor gave him his research. And in his research, it said like 4 minutes. And I wonder if the research is relevant, because I was thinking that when he was reading the research, he kind of had kind of this moment. And I think maybe he found out something about the research, but then he died. And now that he's gone back to the second timeline, he has to remember the research. That's what he has to do. But also, so how we end up, they both die. And because it's a loop, they go back to the beginning, which is the day that Great ran over that woman. So he goes back to the beginning. And then we see Time's perspective, because this is basically episode 1, but in episode 1, we saw Great's perspective. Also, if you think about it, if you rewatch episode 1, in episode 1, Great, one of my subscribers noticed it, which I didn't notice at first, but in episode 1, Great is in his room and then goes to at the elevator and then goes down, and it starts being like blurry, and he's like short of breath. He's like, and then the elevator opens and then he goes back and then he starts leaving. And then my subscriber said, oh, this is because in the original timeline, he got shot. That's when he gets shot. So he actually felt the bullet go through his chest. But because he's in a different timeline, it's not happening. But because the timeline is bleeding, timeline number 1 is bleeding into timeline number 2, they're still connected, and they're still feeling what is happening in the original timeline. And I didn't actually notice that until one of my subscribers told me. But favorite character, mine is definitely Tonkla. Mine is Tonkla. I love changes in point of views. Yes, it's so fun because we actually got Great's point of view, Time's point of view, and Tonkla's point of view. And so now we're going back to the second timeline, and we go back to the beginning, and we are with Time. So Time is with his grandma. So his grandma said, hey, can you grab like something from up? And then he found his parents' journal. And okay, so the grandma says, you've got 2 choices. Either you read it or you put it away. And I'm like, oh, what if in the original timeline, he decided to read it. He decided to read it in the original timeline. He reads the paper. He sees that his mom is talking about the gambling thing, gets Nan to infiltrate, take down everything, and then he dies. But what if, when he goes back in this timeline, in the second one, what if he doesn't look at the book? What if he doesn't look at his mother's diary? And when the grandma says you have two choices, I was like, oh, what choice is he gonna make? Oh my god, it's gonna be so relevant to the plot, because what if this is the key? What if the journal is the key? Oh, guys, there's so much, there's so much connection, and I'm just like, damn it, damn it. I don't even know how we're gonna end this. Like, how do you guys give me your prediction? How do you think this ends? What is your prediction? I think there's maybe 3 possibilities. My first possibility is that they are stuck in a loop forever and ever. Literally, they do the loop, they die, go back to the past, go again, die, and then forever they're stuck in that loop. Number 2, one of them manages to break the loop. But then, if they break the loop, still people are dead. Number 3, it is all in Great's mind, in his coma, and none of it is real. I would be so disappointed if that's it. Because I feel like they kind of insinuated that he was in a coma and something's happening in his head, and I'm so scared that all of this, literally the whole show, is actually not real and it's going on in his head while he's in a coma. And I'm so scared that suddenly we're gonna be at the end of the loop and boom, he's gonna wake up from the coma. I'm so scared, because if they do this, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I don't want this to be in his head. I want this to be real. Hello, princess. Are you at work? I'll say open ending, somewhat like Dead Friend Forever. Yeah. Though Dead Friend Forever to me was such an amazing ending. I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I love the ending of Dead Friend Forever. Because I think they're stuck in basically they're stuck in the house forever. This is why I was wondering if they're gonna be stuck in the loop forever. Maybe Time won't read the diary, everything changes, but he still meets Great. Yes, maybe. Yes, you're at work. Ooh. Them playing Twilight on us. Oh my god. Yes, right? When basically we're having the fight, everyone dies, and then she realizes it's the vision that she just had. If they do that on us, I will riot. I will tweet Beyond Cloud and be like, no. No. I go with Lydia, like DDF. Oh, you think they're gonna be stuck in a loop forever? I'd rather them be stuck in a loop forever than all of it be in Great's head while he's in a coma. But though I'm just like, how? What is going to change? Because now we're back at timeline number 2. But we've already seen timeline number 2. We've seen it. Episode 1 to 4 is timeline number 2. So what is going to change in this timeline? Unless right now we're in timeline number 3. But we can't be in timeline number 3 because we were original timeline and Great just died. So he went back to timeline number 2. Unless, oh my god. Just thinking about it, I'm already like, unless we had original timeline where Great didn't go back to the past, he died, went back, which is basically last episode, went back, doom. Then he did it again, but changed everything. And then the last episode where he goes back, boom, that's timeline number 3. And now we're in timeline number 3. I don't know. At this point, anything is possible at this point. What Time said to Great in his coma was what Great thought about his apologizing and also having a meal together. I was like, oh, it's so nice. You want to have a meal together. Well, in timeline number 2, you're going to go on a date. Don't worry, you'll have your meal. I'll be lurking for now, but I'll come back to watch the replay once I get out and watch the episode. Yes, do that. Everyone dies besides the cat. Wait, imagine the cat is literally Sabrina, like Sabrina's the teenage witch cat. The cat He's like a wizard, and all of this is the cat's doing. That's so funny. I feel like there's literally 10 possibilities out of all of this. I mean, we don't know. We do not know. Everything is possible. I say this series, everything is possible. He has to hear Time's voice to wake up. All right, we did find this very good information that the woman that died for she died for 1 minute, right? Or 4 minutes. And that's why she sees 4 minutes. So she was dead and she only came back because she heard the voice of her boyfriend. So that is the key for them to not die. But how can they hear each other's voices if both of them die at the same time? They literally die at the same time and in different places. So how can they hear each other's voices? I don't know. Also, that whole scene with our doctor flirting with his patient, I was just like unprofessional. Our second doctor really flirting with his patient like that is, I watch Grey's Anatomy. You are not allowed. You're gonna be fired. Yes, it wasn't a drink in episode 1 or 2. Can you forgive me? Great. I need to rewatch episode 2. I know that something changed in the writing, right? In the drink. I need to rewatch episode 2 because I don't really remember too much about when that changed. But when that changed, that was timeline number 2 timeline number 1 bleeding into timeline number 2. Can't wait for Spare Me Your Mercy, another work about the Beyond Clouds. But we didn't get any butts today. We did not get any butts today. Is it disappointing? A little bit. A little bit. No, I think this was my favorite episode, but there was no butts. If you think about it, 8 episodes is not enough. I hope Beyond Cloud is trolling us an episode, and there's 10 episodes. And at episode 8, it's not the end, and then my drama list is gonna put 8 to 10. Because there is no way. I mean, guys, how is it possible that next week is the finale? There's no way. Princess, thank you so much for having your chat with hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. But yeah, there's no way this is gonna end. I just don't understand how it can end. Maybe season 2. I hate season 2s. I hate season 2s because I'm scared that season 2 is gonna get cancelled. Ugh. Especially season 2s, like, have we ever had a BL season 2? What have we had of season 2, like, recently? Is that even a thing, season 2 for BL? Not really. I mean, look, Kim Porsche was supposed to have a season 2 and it never happened. So I don't trust Beyond Cloud. I don't trust Beyond Cloud is going to give us a season 2. They're going to say like they literally, if they end with an open ending or like literally zero closure, and they say the end ... but then they say season 2 coming soon, I will be so mad. I'll be so mad, guys. I don't want season 2. I want them to give me closure. I cannot wait. I'm just so impatient. I can't do waiting. I don't do waiting. I'm still waiting for Kim Porsche season 2. It's not happening. Ugh. I wonder if Lucas and Great met before. Luqua? Who's Luqua? I meet in that room. I want Great and who? Who's Luqua? Season 2s are never good. Together with me, Love by Chance. Yeah. Season 2s are never good. Who is the actor so great, so attractive in this TV show? The actor for Great, you mean Bible? You didn't find him attractive in Kinporsche? Do you have eyes? Oh, Dr. Dent's patient. Okay. Her name is Lukwa. Oh yeah, right. You're so right. Lukwa and Great met before. They knew each other's faces and meet in that room. In what room? Can you refresh my memory? Where did they meet? Did they meet before? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. That room in his head, the room where there's a bed and then there's a projector. You're so right. You're so right. You're raising very good questions. How do they know each other? How are they related? Unless this is maybe a room which is the limbo. Maybe when people die and go back to life, maybe during those 1 to 4 minutes, they're in limbo in that room. So maybe there's more people in limbo. Maybe that's the limbo room. I don't know. That was my first guess. But then I wonder, why is there only them in the room? Because I think this said that someone else also could see the future. And also it seems like our second doctor is doing his research, and I think he found multiple people that have the 4 minutes thing. So why is it just her? Why is she relevant? Because I feel like we can't leave anything to, like, we have to question everything. This character would not be there if she wasn't relevant. So what's her role? What is she? Who is she? Is she God? Have you guys watched Doom at Your Service? Because I'm thinking maybe that's the type of thing is going on. God is playing like a violin, basically. And maybe Great is going to meet God, and God is going to give him a second chance. That's what I'm thinking about. DFF, good closure. Kinporsche, not good closure. Yes. I'm still mad about that. Writing on the coffee time gift to Great. Yeah, I barely remember that, to be honest. I need to rewatch episode 2. I will rewatch the whole show before next week. So because when I'm watching, obviously I'm reacting, so I'm kind of thinking at the same time as watching. And sometimes even when I'm watching, I'm always thinking about, oh, I should cut here. Like sometimes I think about, oh, that would make a great frame for thumbnail. So sometimes I'm like, I'm watching the episode, but also I'm thinking about other things, what I'm watching, because obviously I need to like edit, upload, thumbnail. So sometimes I'm also thinking about those things at the same time. So my homework for next week for the finale will be to rewatch the whole show on my own and really focusing and trying to maybe find out some more details that maybe I've missed. The woman he tried to is she relevant as well? She is, because we literally saw her in the original timeline at a temple doing some voodoo or something. So she's relevant. And I thought she was God. I thought she was the one stringing everyone along. Maybe I thought she cursed them or something. I thought she cursed Great because Great hit her, but apparently not. But though, I have this feeling that even though we're gonna get like a closure ending, I feel like they're gonna leave loopholes. I feel like there's too much unanswered for them to not have loopholes. I feel like there's already loopholes somehow. What else has been on Cloud announced? I mean, Beyond Cloud, they had a whole lineup. They had a whole lineup on 2024 lineup, so I think we're getting a couple more shows. I'm kind of sad about the little romance in the show, though, because there's not a lot of romance in the show. It's definitely not. I mean, technically it's supposed to be a BL, but to me, it's not really a BL. Like, it's like Matter of Death. To me, it's not a BL. It's like a crime drama that happens to have LGBTQ storyline. But I see it more as a drama, a crime drama, than a BL, basically. I do think they could have gone a bit more with Great and Time. So there's this part of me that thinks Great and Time are like supposed to be so connected, but if you think about it, they've only been on one date and they've only met like 3 times. 3, like they barely know each other. Like literally when they were when they were together, when they did it, they literally had met only for 2 days. So I feel like this entire loop, obviously this entire loop is I think like 1 week, maybe 7 days. So they don't really have time to build up that romance. And to me, it's not even romance because can you really be in love with someone you met for 2 days? I don't know. But I feel like that's why I wish there was like 10 episodes because I wish we had one more episode literally just focused on the damn bonding and building that romance because I feel like Time and Great, yes, they had sex, but that's it. Like, are they really in love? Like, it's not giving me like star-crossed lovers, soulmates bound to be with each other because they're literally only met 2 days ago. So they're like Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, it's true. Did Romeo and Juliet only meet for 1 week though? I feel like they were dating for a while. Do you think Tonkla will kill Korn? No. Why? Korn didn't kill his. Why would he? Because like, unless he goes on a murder spree and then just kills everyone. I wouldn't be mad about this. Korn has become a bit irrelevant in this episode. I really hope that we're gonna see him a bit more in the next episode. But even you see, nothing is developed. Like, why is Korn? We saw Korn was literally in love with Tonkla, kind of like was so nice to him and so emotional with him. Like they shared a really emotional first time together, and then he became like kind of a sugar daddy, and that's it. Like how did they come from being in love to sugar daddy to I don't answer your calls? How? Like you're not showing me. They're not showing us how we went from this to this, which is annoying because then it has to just be left to our imagination. And I just think that they could have done so much more. It was so good. The only bad thing about it is there's only 8 episodes. Usually I'm the first one to hate on shows when they get 12 episodes because I get bored. But like the good is the thing. The bad shows, they give us 16 episodes, and then the best shows, they give us 8 episodes. Why? But also, there is no way. Guys, I cannot wait for us to be next week at the finale. Y'all, after we go live at the finale, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad at the ending or something. Next week. Unless we get a special episode. Weren't we supposed to get a special episode of Dead Friend Forever? Maybe we get a special episode. Like a mini movie. A special episode that's like 2 hours. I don't understand the love story of Great and Time because Great literally must go to jail. You're so right. Everybody's gonna end up dead or in jail, literally. If Tonkla goes to jail, Great should not go too. No, if Tonkla goes to jail, Great goes to jail. I mean, if Tonkla goes to jail, Great, that means Great is dead. So Great cannot go to jail if Great is dead. Great died in the second timeline because of her revenge, yeah. But Great also dies in the original timeline. In the original timeline, he gets shot with his mom. Right? Yeah, Great dies in both timelines. Lukwa and the doctor friend are kind of cute. Random side couple. I was a bit annoyed because I watch Grey's Anatomy, guys. And I know for a fact that a doctor is not allowed to date their patient. And so it's bothering me that the doctor is flirting with his patient. It's not allowed. A doctor cannot flirt with their patient. And literally when she arrives, they said, oh, are you here for your pacemaker? Which means she's his patient. No, I'm still waiting for a job. Bas show. I wish we had more cameos. I was hoping for little cameos, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for a cameo. Maybe a Mile Apple cameo, maybe a Jeff Satter cameo. A Girl Can Dream. A Dark cameo. I'm waiting. Episode A. Why not? We don't know if he died. Don't we know? Don't we know that he died? Because how did he go back to the loop if he didn't die? I'm afraid that Tonkla will die or go to jail. Time and Gray will be in love and they will live happily in the end. That's not that technically that's not possible because if Time and Great are not dead and not in jail, that means Great managed to go back to the past, change everything, never murdered Dawn. Therefore, if he never murdered Dawn, Tonkla never murdered Great and never murdered Tidal, which means if Time and Great don't go to jail, Tonkla don't go to jail either, because that means nothing has happened. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yes. This was such a fun episode. It's so fun. I cannot wait for the finale. I'm really hoping that the finale is 1 hour 30 minutes. If it's less than 50 minutes, I'm gonna be so disappointed. This episode today was only 48 minutes. Like, I need the finale to be 2 hours. So I'm guessing next week my live will be probably later because I'm gonna presume that the finale will be a long episode. So if the finale is like 1 hour 30 minutes, I will have to go live at like 7:30. I hope so because Tonkla for me is the main character. Me too. I think Tonkla is main character. Tonkla is stealing the whole show. It's not that, it's because I think because Great is such a great character that I'm not really rooting for him. He's kind of a jerk. And he also just has no remorse after murdering people. So I'm like, And he has no purpose. You see, Tonkla has a purpose. He murders people with a purpose. Tonkla killed his dad because his dad was terrible to them. Purpose. Tonkla killed Tidal because Tidal kills Dome. Revenge. Purpose. Great throws Dome in the water. For what purpose? What is the purpose? Because he was bored? Like, there's no purpose. That's why. I feel like Great, because he doesn't have a purpose, that's why maybe I prefer Tonkla, because I think Tonkla is the one that has the most purpose in this show. Me too. I hope that the finale will give us all the answers. Yes. Anyways, I'm gonna go. It's been almost 1 hour. I'm gonna upload my video. I've already done thumbnail. I've already edited. All I gotta do is upload. But yeah, this was such a great episode. I think that one of my favorite episodes. They could have added a little NC scene in there, just to sprinkle a little something. But what a great episode! I'm also predicting that our police officer is gonna die. I think our police officer might die trying to protect Tonkla. Beyond can really cast well. The actor is so young. Try comparing him to the GMMTV actors. Well, you can't compare because GMMTV, they prioritize like looks and fame, while Beyond prioritizes talent. I think that's my. But also, Beyond doesn't have that many actors, so the only actors they have, they're all good, while GMMTV has way too many actors and they don't even know what to do with them. All companies try their best except GMMTV. I mean, GMMTV is just capitalism. it started as really amazing shows, and now it's just about quantity, making money. This is why but I still really like geometry shows, though. It just depends on what the show is. I really liked Kidnapped episode. I really liked it. Greg's comment to title Killing Dome was, why didn't you ask your dad's guy to do it? Right. That's true. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Really enjoy talking to you. I feel like I need to get it off my chest. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, because that is how you can help me, by leaving a like and leaving a comment, because it helps the algorithm. So all you gotta do is leave a comment and like this video. That's all you gotta do. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.